Are you tired of feeling stuck and held back by your own beliefs and thoughts? That whenever you're trying to do something, you have all these limiting beliefs coming up, trying to hold you back, trying to talk you out, and you actually didn't even change your mind about moving forward? And you're wondering, why is it that you can't move forward in your life? Why is it that you're always challenged and struggling and not really be able to create the life that you want? Now imagine breaking free from all of those limiting beliefs that you have that are holding you back and finally step into your inner power and go after the life that you want, really creating the life that you want without holding back, limiting yourself, or talking yourself out of actually doing the things that you want to be doing. In this video, I want to share with you how shadow work can actually help you overcome those limiting beliefs, those limiting thought patterns that are really holding you back from living your best life yet. Because you see, the thing is, limiting beliefs are actually the window into our subconscious. They reveal to us what has been hidden deep beneath the surface, the woundings that play out in the background, trying to keep us safe, trying to keep us protected. And shadow work can really help you uncover those things and to heal them, release them, and transform them, transmute them into something higher so you can truly tap into your full potential and create the life that you want. So let me share with you how shadow work can help you overcome your limiting beliefs. The first step is when you become aware that you have limiting beliefs, like you have those thoughts that are just very limiting, they're just not really in alignment with what you want to believe, and then they feel quite dense as well. Because oftentimes limiting beliefs, they feel dense, they feel tight, they feel constricted, right? Or they make you feel constricted because, they're limiting. That's why they're called limiting beliefs. So what you want to do is when you become aware that you have those limiting beliefs, you want to take a step back. Energetically, emotionally, you want to take a step back. And you want to become aware of, what is actually going on here? You basically want to become the detective of your own feelings, your thoughts, your experience, and also, uncovering any doubts or any fears. So whenever you're becoming aware that you're having limiting beliefs, stop for a moment, take a step back and tune in. Okay, what is really going on here? What am I feeling? What am I thinking? What is really going on? So awareness is really the first step here. And awareness is key because without awareness, you can't do anything else. Any of those other steps I'm about to share with you won't matter because without awareness, you do not have the power of choice. But when you do become aware, then you can do something about it. Which brings me into the second step here is you want to uncover, what's beneath the surface. You've become aware that, hey, I have some limiting beliefs. This is what's going on here. Then you want to then go deeper beneath the surface. You want to uncover the wounding of the discomfort of what triggered the limiting belief. What really happened that caused you to have that limiting beliefs. Go beneath the surface. You want to uncover what's at the root of things. So here you want to uncover, what are you really feeling? Is it like, I'm not feeling good enough? I can't do this. I'm not ready. It will be hard. I don't have the support. I don't have the resource. I don't know how, and things like that. Or even, I don't have the time for that, or no one will care. You want to uncover, what's really going on? What is really happening here? What are you feeling? And then dig a little deeper. Where's this coming from? When was the first time that you felt that feeling? And also, who else is involved in this? Uncover as much as you can, because the more you can uncover, the easier this will be. Because in order to really overcome any limitations, any blocks, any shadow aspects, you kind of have to figure out, what is going on beneath the surface? Because if you go with the very first thing that pops to mind, that's like your ego just feeding you something to work with, but it's not really giving you what is at the root of things. So you want to really get to the root of things. That's how you can then heal it, clear it, and then transcend it into something higher. Then once you have gotten some insights into that, what's really at the core of things, because that's really important, you want to uncover the root feeling, what is really going on. And then the third step is you want to actually lean into the discomfort, really embrace the discomfort. And I know you're probably saying, why would I want to do that? Why do I want to feel? I don't want to feel this. Just bear with me here, okay? There's a purpose behind this. Because you don't just want to lean into it and just kind of lay in it and soak in it. That's not what I'm saying. saying, because then, if you're doing it also from the kind of victim point of view and you're too attached to the story of what happens, then this is not really helping you. So here, what I mean with leaning into it, you want to detach from the story, because the story doesn't matter. What happened, why it happened, how it happened, who did this, and what they said, and all that, it does not matter. The story is like the packaging that makes it look a certain way. It does not matter. What matters the most is what's at the core of things, and that's the feeling. So if the feeling is that you don't feel good enough, if someone said something and something happened and you felt not good enough, you don't want to connect to the story of why you feel that way, because like I said, that doesn't matter. It's the emotion, the feeling of I don't feel good enough. That's what you want to work with. So that's what you want to lean into without judgment, with an open heart, without being the victim of the story. You're just really leaning into it, giving the emotion the time and space it requires for acknowledgement, okay? Think of it like that. When you have a little kid and it has an absolute hissy fit, and you just say, okay, you're going to get 5 minutes right now, have your hissy fit, and then you're going to be done. Okay, then yeah, the kid may have 5 minutes of a hissy fit. It wants to have more, but it's also maybe after 2 minutes, like, you know what, I'm done with this. I mean, I actually get to have a hissy fit. Well, it's no fun, right? So it's kind of like that. So when you're leaning into the discomfort, you're feeling the discomfort with the intention that you're doing this to release the pain, release the discomfort, kind of like releasing the steam of the pressure cooker, right? You're taking out the steam of the discomfort, right? So you're leaning into it with the intention of releasing the intensity. You're giving it the space and the time and also the acknowledgement that, okay, I hear you, I see you. And then you're moving into the fourth step is you want to open yourself up to uncover the gift, the message, the lesson. Because each shadow, each discomfort, each negative thing holds a gift. And by you leaning into it from a detached point of view, not being attached to the story, but really going into it from like, okay, I'm gonna give myself now the time and space I need to just feel it, to let go of the steam, to let go of the intensity. Then you're really opening yourself up to then uncover, well, what's beneath that? What's the message here? What's the lesson here? What's the gift? That's where you then feel then the turnaround moment. Because once you uncover the gift, you have that light bulb moment like, oh my God, this is why I felt this. This is what I was meant to learn from this. Because usually whenever something like that happens, is that there's something that we need to learn from. So if you're having that sense of, I don't feel good enough, there's something beneath that. And you want to uncover, well, what's the gift here? Maybe that you need to believe in yourself more. Maybe you need to value yourself more. Maybe you need to set better ground rules or boundaries. Or maybe you're uncovering, well, it actually happened. This came from when I was younger because I did this and that happened, right? And then you can go deeper, right? But when you're leaning into it and you're opening yourself up for the message, the lesson, and gift, that's where you then create that turnaround moment. Because then the fifth step is, once you have uncovered the gift, because the fifth step won't work until you have uncovered the gift. Because once you have uncovered the gift, then you're at a point where you can then release the negative charge, release the tension, and then you can heal and you can clear it. You can release the negative charge around the feeling of whatever you felt like, not good enough or not worthy, not deserving, whatever it is. And here what you can do is you can use a clearing statement. And it goes like this: I now clear and transmute this across all times, space, reality, lifetimes, and dimensions, past, present, future. And you're stating that with intention. And as you're doing that, you're really intending to letting it dissolve into nothingness where it came from. Really seeing or feeling that feeling of not good enough or whatever it is to dissolve. It's really seeing it dissolve into a nothingness where it came from, because it came out of the nothingness. It just appeared one day because of something that happened. It just appeared. So you're letting it dissolve into the nothingness where it came from. And by using this clearing statement of, I now clear and transmute this across all time, space, reality, lifetimes, and dimensions, past, present, future, you're being intentional about releasing it and transmuting it and transforming it. So here you may need to repeat that clearing statement a couple of times until you really feel that, okay, now it's released, now it is gone. And then you move into the sixth step, which is choose new beliefs. What do you want to believe now moving forward? You just cleared something. Now what do you want to replace it with? Because you can't just clear it and then leave it, right? You need to transcend that part, right? By infusing something that you want to believe instead. So if you want to believe like, I love myself, I appreciate myself, I value myself, really choosing those and then really tapping into the feeling that I do love myself, I do value myself, I do cherish myself, and really feeling it as you're stating that, as you're making a decision that this is what I want to feel now moving forward. That's how you then anchor it in. That's how you then also transcend that old part, that limited part of you as well, because you're then anchoring in something new, something more empowering. And then the seventh and final step is then you want to take different actions. Different actions that are more in alignment with who you want to grow into. Now that you no longer believe in that you're not good enough or whatnot, you believe that you are good enough, that you can do this, that you are valuable, and all of those different things. You want to take different actions. Really tap into the energy of, yes, I am good enough, and then take different actions. That's how you can overcome limiting beliefs with shadow work. Because limiting beliefs is really that window into our unconscious, giving us the information of what is hidden deep within. Because all these emotions that you are most likely not even aware of at this point, they're there. Whether you want them to be there or not, whether you acknowledge them or not, it doesn't matter. They are there. And they do affect your life. So by you becoming aware when you are having limiting beliefs and then doing shadow work around that can then help you transform from the inside out. Yes, you may need to do shadow work around that certain belief more often, because oftentimes it's like it's attached to many different things, right? But the more you clear this, the more you release this, the more you do this work, the easier it will be for you to then finally let that go, release it completely. And it can take some time, but this is basically how you do shadow work to overcome limiting beliefs. I'm curious to know, have you ever tried using shadow work for overcoming limiting beliefs? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know. While you're at it, maybe even hit the like button if you enjoyed this video so far, and definitely subscribe if you haven't done so already. You know, as I do release a lot of videos around shadow work, inner healing, and really helping you really raise in consciousness and really transcend into a higher way of being. So if that is of interest to you, if those topics are of interest to you, definitely hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can get notified whenever I release new videos. But thank you so much for being here, for allowing me to share this with you. Now also be sure to check out these two videos here. One is also a more detailed approach of how to do shadow work, and another one is a light language activation to help you transcend those limited shadow aspects. I think you're going to enjoy those. So thanks so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Until then, make an amazingly abundant and joyful day. Namaste.